daylight analysis, the wind simulations when you have a multiple buildings, or maybe where the wind flow towards the different towers, maybe more comfort in terms of the design. The energy is very important. These are like few projects with the steel buildings having a different shape, different complex geometry. This is somewhere around like a rectangular steel buildings which have tension cable glass structures. The point skips are like 6.25 meter cantilevers. That is possible where the different the laminated glass being used, which is the PVB acoustic laminations. These are again the steel buildings with building maintenance system, which is security importance to that. The material selections are like it's the most important part of the facade before while designing on. Like you can use the different materials which are probably LEED ratings, which are recycling, which can help us to give a better LEED rating as well as the energy thermal comfort. Some of the details. So I'd like to go around with a few of the projects which we are involved. Those are mostly some type of mixed-use developments projects. The office buildings where the steel structure is being used with the double square concept, where the energy as well as all these 35 projects. There's again some educational projects like in Qatar, Karama Educational Park. These are hotel. This is the Islamic Bank at Doha, Qatar. This is a project which is being currently working on at Palma, Minerva Palma at Jakarta, which is again caters to the leads. There are a few projects like hotel project which are mostly to the lead concepts. Some government project, the Metro Railway Station in Bangkok, that's also working with the concept where the facade design is the most important part in terms of your thermal comfort as well as the acoustic. So I'm here to talk about a little bit about the facade design. How can we help on? How can the facade design can help on the airport buildings as well as the mixed-use developments called AeroCity. So earlier the facade, the design of the airport was not much aesthetical, but it is related to meet the existing traffic over there. So here the concept of the facade, which is now the modern airport having more visions where we can get a better comfort in terms of being there. So this airport now is converted into the new concept, which are more glass thinner system and unmatched aesthetic. Like we can design like any kind of geometry on the facade as per the architect requirement. Like these are few examples where the facade can be designed, which is with more into the glass and some other insulated products which give a building more cooler and more vision, so that the inside the passengers are more comfortable to the looking on the outside, and we have a better performance in terms of the thermal. Here, the envelope efficiency contributes to 12% saving over the base case when we design the right facade. So, the facade design started with the study of the architectural concept, the aesthetic feasibility, performance criteria, safety and security, and easy maintenance. So, the airport design is related to the main architectural concepts. So, as a facade designer, has to coordinate with your team up with an architectural team to make the aesthetic to be on the facade performance criteria. So while designing the facade, we have to take care of all the important parts over here, and that's how finally the aesthetic, the performance, and the structurally it has to combine together while designing the facade. So airport or public utility buildings probably we should have more concern on the acoustic, the safety, security, and visual light transmissions, which have more visibility, but we should reduce the solar glare over there. So, to design sustainable facade for airport, study on the concept. So it's again the coordinations between the architectural teams to understand the concept and then go with the innovative solutions in facade design. The aesthetic feasibility is like the completely modular prefabricated, give design options, cost effective is equally important. The total prefabrications, high quality standard, minimum probability of defects, because these are the utility areas where we should have a less maintenance because there are more public traffic flows every day. Performance criteria is like some parametric studies can work on while designing the facade. Maybe with respect to the daylight energy, thermal, acoustic, insulations, fire resistance. It is a very, very important part of the facade or in the buildings. Low weight facade, higher water and wind tightness. Coming to the safety and security, to design safe facade, design laminated glass. So these are the type of the categories of the glass which give you more safety. So type of the glass can be used which give you more safety as well as the acoustic control. We can reduce the sound because in the airport the facade has to have a minimal dB inside for the noise which is creating from the aircraft engines. The blast and bulletproof resistance also is important part of the design. So these are all basically a part of the design which is required during the concept and schematic design stages, where we all collectively, we as a team can understand, can share the ideas and form a better design. At last, the easy maintenance, it should be easy maintenance, fast and easy assembly, facade access and fittings, facade constructed for the long durability. So easy maintenance is another important factors where probably the facade systems like the access systems and the cleaning, which are important. It should be comfortable in terms of placing onto the right directions. So the concern again coming over here is the concept and typologies. This is again part of the schematic design, the smart solutions, material studies, system design. What kind of systems are we proposing on the facade on the airport? The safety and security and cleaning and maintenance systems. So I go one by one. The concept and typologies. These are there are a few slides we're going to run through. It's a material selections and its properties. So when you're talking about the green concept or maybe a licharified, when we design a facade in the right directions, where we take a consideration of the aesthetic performance, where the energy efficient design. So it automatically falls under the licharifications, because there are some criteria which has to take care on designing or selecting a right glass or maybe the right systems, where you have a concern on the U value or the solar factors, visual light transmissions. So material selections and its properties, glass design and engineering, where it's again linked to the daylight solar, wind thermal solutions, blast and bullet resistance analysis and detailing. The acoustic analysis is important. System design and engineering. And then there are two types of system design. One is on the facade, which is on the vertical side, and the roof system design. Facade access, cleaning systems design. So material selections and properties, like yes, there are like to go with the green with the materials, you have to have a recycled materials, locally available materials, reduced carbon dioxide emissions materials, energy efficient coatings, heat reducing paints, and thermal barrier bricks. So these are just with the green with materials, where some of the materials like the copper cladding, the aluminum plates, the calcite, which is a composite aluminum with the insulations, which give a better thermal control on the which normally used on the roof. You can see the slides over here. So you can use on the roof, which give a better thermal as well as definitely also an acoustical. The granite, the timber plant nowadays, like there are many timbers materials that we use, interior and exterior, like high pressure laminated cladding. This is a compressed wood cladding, which is again a green product. So there are various materials now available which can use as an interior as well as exterior, where the thermal will give a better energy effect. So the color of the materials, like yes, mostly the lighter color is advisable, where we have 100% gloss level. Maybe the framing of the systems which is inside, you have a lighter or white or off-white colors, but it should have a gloss finish which look neat and clean, but also more in terms of the aesthetic appearances. The reflective value is again on the glass subjects is an important factor, because reflective value of materials need attention. It should be low reflective value materials to be used. Heat reflecting paints can be used. This is for the reflecting values. Thermal properties is to minimize heat flow, reducing the heating and cooling needs. So here it comes to the glass design and engineering. Like the glass design, predominantly the building materials, the airport, hydrostics building load reductions and glass is lighter, faster constructions. Windows sizing structures is also important to have a maximum visibility. The window settings, like the design of sunset devices can be used, probably which can cut the solar glare, and probably that can give you a better aesthetic, but also the performance level can be controlled. So if you have a sunset device which at an angle with respect to the sun path, the sun analysis angles, so you may not have to go with a very high performance glass, and you can reduce the cost, but you get a better performance, better efficiency on the facade. The performance glass, like the glare, heat and thermal control, the safety and security, like acoustic, the blast and bullet resistance, which like the Sentry. So the framings, glazing and optic services, like nowadays the airport, you can see more vision. The architect design for the more visions on the panels. They want to go with more wider glass, so that from inside you can see a better visibility towards the outside. Mostly when you are standing inside the terminal, and then you can see through the aircraft, you can see through the many the wide large areas over there. So there are different type of glasses can be used. Yes, with respect to the visual light transmissions, like the single clears. You have the low emissivity glass, that is an insulated glass. So the passengers are unobstructed view of the planes landing and takeoff. The airport facade to have minimum to reduce heat gain, design,
The screen is